Marvel fans, we've got some updates about the second trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home, including when we think it's going to be coming out and what we think will be in the trailer. Want to talk about that and also go over the post-credit scene of Venom 2, which is spoilers. Some people have been seeing it and clarifying some of the things that we have talked about before, so I want to get into that as well. But don't worry, Nerd Avengers, we won't talk any spoilers until the end of this video. What is up, everybody? It's Josh coming at you from Nerd Vengers Tower as per usual. And don't worry, don't listen to evil variant Supreme Josh. Venom is not going to die in the Venom Let There Be Carnage sequel. But you can trust me, regular, normal Nerd Venger Josh, as I take you through some of these updates coming out for the trailer, the second trailer that is, for Spider-Man No Way Home. These are coming from pretty good sources and pretty exciting stuff, so I want to break that down. Let us first begin with an update that actually came out a couple of weeks ago from Daniel Richtman, who we talk about a lot on this channel. He's a very good insider. He said on his Patreon that he is hearing we will see the second trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home in November. And there's no clear indication in his report on when in November we would see the trailer. I would argue maybe seeing it early November would be smart. Perhaps around when the Eternals comes out could also be a smart play to play that trailer in front of Eternals, perhaps creating more buzz and getting more people to see it. Or getting more people to go check out Eternals to see that trailer on the big screen. You guys remember when that was a thing? Used to be a thing. Now, the massive question on everybody's mind is really all about if they will show the Spider-Men. Will they show Tobey, Maguire, and Andrew Garfield in the second trailer? There are a ton of people that still doubt they'll be in the movie. It's always surprising to me. Been covering it for some time. A lot of insiders and people pointing out all of the evidence that we will see these characters together, and yet many people doubt it. And I've myself not necessarily doubted that they're going to be in the movie. I strongly feel that they're in the film. By the way, I made a bet that if they're not in the movie, I will shave my head and I'll do it live on one of our live streams over on our live streaming channel. Go check out the live streaming channel. But my question has always been, will they actually show these other Spider-Men in the promotion for the film? Because I was starting to get this feeling that maybe they were going to hide that fact all the way up to the movie to create an incredible reveal in the film itself. But according to big screen leaks, you will indeed see Tobey, Andrew, and Tom Holland as the money shot or big reveal ending shot for the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. Now, anything could happen. They could change their mind. They could pretend that they don't want to show us and that maybe it's not real and get everybody to go crazy online. But Big Screen Leaks says that he is hearing from multiple sources that they are in the trailer. They are definitely going to be the big money shot for that trailer. And that'll be great. If that happens, we can put a lot of that weirdness behind us and all start getting hyped up about Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse being a big part of No Way Home. There's also been a photograph that matches up with a lot of these other leaked photographs that we've seen that seems to show Andrew and Tobey with Tom Holland on the bridge during that bridge scene that we see from the first trailer. And I don't know that that photo is real or fake, but it's been making the rounds and a ton of different leaks have come out for this film, so it wouldn't surprise me if that was a real leak as well and that exact shot was shown in the second trailer. As far as other things that are going to be in the trailer, I really have no idea, although I think the smart money is on more of the villains coming out. You get a little tease of the villains in the first trailer. I think it would make a lot more sense to show those different villains or perhaps have voiceover from those different villains. I mean, we've already got the Hello Peter line from Alfred Molina. Why not just do that again, but with maybe more of the villains? That's kind of what I expect. I expect more of maybe a little Doctor Strange and Peter Parker at odds, the whole element of his identity being out there, but then really leaning on the villains and ending in a crazy shot about having all the Spider-Men together just to get us incredibly hyped up for the film. And speaking of hyped up for the film, let's now shift and talk about the post-credit scene for Venom to Let There Be Carnage. Again, I want to issue a spoiler warning here. This is straight spoiler town. At this point, more and more people have seen Venom 2 Let There Be Carnage, and they're more explicitly describing and clearing up confusion about that post-credit scene, which again, people just keep hyping up and talking about because, yeah, it does sound freaking amazing. I can't wait to see it myself. So spoiler warning, if you don't want to know anything about that Venom 2 post-credit scene, get on out of here. Now, the big thing that we missed when we talked about this before is apparently the changing of the room. According to many different reports, Venom and Eddie Brock are in some kind of a weird hotel, perhaps overseas, and they are watching the TV, and it is an old tube television. Something happens, and the entire room shifts. There's some glitchiness, maybe some weird mutation-looking stuff happening on the walls, and the tube television actually changes into a flat screen television. From there on the television, you see the report by J. Jonah Jameson from Spider-Man Far From Home, where they're talking about Peter Parker's identity being put out there, the fact that he's a menace, that everybody should be coming after Peter Parker. Venom then goes up to the TV, licks it, and says, "This guy looks tasty," or whatever. That's apparently the line. Now, the big important part of this, and the thing that was missed before, was this shifting, this sort of slamming into our universe. We weren't sure exactly. Some of the other reports were like something happens in the hotel, a different person comes out, he's in a different place or something, but you didn't fully understand what was happening. The TV changing from a tube television to a flat screen television, wild to me, had no idea that that was going to be in the scene. And also just this indication is very obvious that Venom is brought into the MCU. Him seeing Tom Holland Spider-Man, big freaking deal, but it's heavily implied by the changing of the room that he is now in the 616 or the sacred timeline version of the MCU. Now, the indication here is that this is likely just the same thing that is happening to the different villains when Doctor Strange performs his spell, and it brings all of them into the multiverse, or rather from the multiverse and their own specific timelines into our timeline. Now, there's a lot of confusion as to what exactly is happening there. Is it tied into what's going on in Loki, and will it possibly be resolved by what is happening in Multiverse of Madness? We don't really know. We don't know fully what that means, and I think that's something we're all really excited about, is getting more of an explanation. I don't think you're going to get an explanation in Venom. It sounds like that movie's going to be super fun. I'm excited to go check it out, but the post-credit scene seems rather detached from the actual plot of that film, simply a way to bring that character into the MCU. Now, what I think is going to be happening is that Brock in Spider-Man No Way Home will be traveling to New York. He'll be coming to figure out what is going on, and he sees the Spider-Man and Venom wants to eat Spider-Man or whatever, right? But he won't actually be in most of the movie. It'll likely be a post-credit scene, right? So you get a post-credit scene for Venom 3, bringing him in, post-credit scene in Spider-Man No Way Home, where he comes face-to-face with Venom, and then perhaps they're going to explore the multiverse after that. Because the bottom line is, there have been many new reports indicating that Sony's plan is to go ahead into the Spider-Verse in Venom 3, and perhaps in even more movies after that they want to really explore the Spider-Verse via Madam Web and do their own Sinister Six thing, but like a crazy Spider-Verse version of that with Tom Holland. That indeed seems to be the plan, but a lot of those details are yet to be decided and worked out, and I'm excited to figure them out with you guys. But that's the new report about that post-credit scene. Yeah, it's coming into the MCU, but it looks like it's very similar to what is happening with those villains, the way that like Doc Ock is being brought in, Norman Osborn, etc., etc. So, hey, look, man, I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I am hyped up. I am excited to see Venom. Seeing it at 4 o'clock on Thursday. I'm hyped. I'll do a reaction video. I'll do a breakdown. I'm so excited for that. Super excited, obviously, for the Spider-Man and this Spider-Man No Way Home movie. But then even after that, with what Sony's doing, I'm intrigued, man. I'm interested. Color me intrigued, and I'm excited to see it. So let us know what you think about that post-credit scene. Let us know what you think about the trailer updates for Spider-Man No Way Home, and just nerd out in the comment section, man. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.